in America. Linda, good evening. Mo Green, thank you. Good mood. Thank you, Sleepy. Appreciate you. Let me come over here. Thank you, RJW and Cody. What's up, everybody? What is up, everyone? Our city walk starts right now. Thank you, RJW and Truly, Linda and Cody. Thank you. This right here is the most famous landmark. Man, Bradley Case, Raisha, and Nana. Thank y'all so much. We're just getting started right now. Thank you, Karake and Mo Green, LBJ, Sir, Truly, Bree. Thank you. Good morning, everyone in Asia. Good evening, everybody in Europe. Good evening, everybody in America and Europe. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Slaw, LBJ, and Justin. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you, Kaika. Good evening, everyone. What you're looking at right now is the daylight view of the very famous St. Sophia's Church. Thank you, Tommy. Indeed, Tammy. Brian, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Indeed, a great day to be alive. You're looking at the very famous St. Sophia's Church. Now, there's a lot of people in the square here. We're going to begin our live stream right now. So a lot of folks here in the square. This is what the daylight view of the church looks like. This was built by the Russians living here in China in Harbin city starting in 1907. So this is 217 years old Russian Orthodox style church. Thank you, Kaika and Sherry. We're going to see a lot of this today on our city walk. What's up, AC? Thank you, Linda. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Little Jane. Now, let's walk over to the other side. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Drea, Leia. We're just getting started, everyone. Hope everyone's had a great Saturday. I had a pretty decent sleep, and it's time to get the show started. Thank you, Akaika. Thank you very much. Thank you, Moore. And this thing is like built out of solid brick. So this is why Patricia, Moore, and Mother, thank you. This is why, and User, thank you. This is why it's preserved so well. Let me actually go to the front door and see if I can go in. Thank you, Rooks and User. The fact that there's so many people here taking photos and not going inside probably tells me that I can't go inside. This is freaking beautiful. Look at this. Man, look at this thing. Thank you, User. Yes, please follow the channel. This is 117 years old from the turn of the last century, from the turn of the 20th century, built by the Russians. And it's an Orthodox Russian church. They should have service today, by the way. It's Sunday. Check this out. Thank you, Matilda and Dimanchi and Broly. Look at that. Gorgeous. What up, Amnesty? What time is it for you right now, Amnesty? It should only be 10:30. Thank you, Chris Free and J.O. Rel. Right, exactly. Very, very fancy. Now, I've never been to Russia, nor have I been in New York City long enough to go check out their Orthodox churches over there. But I have seen John Wick. I have seen the movie John Wick, and I've seen some Russian churches in those movies, John Wick movies, and this looks highly similar, if not more ornate. Thank you, Mark 42190. They got 90210. We got Mark 42190. Beautiful. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Mark. Yes, please share the live stream like JK is doing. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Vanessa. Let's keep it moving. Great to see everybody. We just got started 5 minutes ago. This is our starting point, of course, from my hotel. Just looking at this church from all angles. It's freaking beautiful. Hello, Butters. What is up, Butters? It's freaking beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get our city walk started. Promise you guys I will give you a city view. Promise you guys I will give you a city view of the church. Thank you, Soul Glow and Matilda. Look at that. Thank you, man. Thank you, Gospel and Stacy. I saw Too Tall just came in. What up, brother? We're getting our live stream started. We're just getting started, y'all. Thank you, Stacy and Matilda and Blue Jambi. Man, where am I from, man? I'm from the streets, baby. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm from the state of North Carolina, in Chapel Hill, and I stream daily out here in China. So please follow the channel if you're seeing me for the first time. Thank you, Karen, Otto, and Christy. Beautiful day today. Thank you, Karen and Stacy. I think I mentioned it to the audience, Ninja and Erica. Thank y'all. That first day of Mid-Autumn Festival. Cecilia is here. Thank you, Cecilia. First day of Mid-Autumn Festival. So there's a lot of people here. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much, Hannah. The hearts from Hannah and Hanten help us move up the rankings. Thank you. Yeah, almost 10 million people live out here. And a lot of these folks over here that you see are actually tourists. Thank you, Evan and Rob. That's how we move up the rankings. We just getting started, y'all. We just got started a few minutes ago. It is cold here, but it's actually sunny today. It's gonna be sunny for the next few days. Now, the church is actually not open today. I must say, I'm surprised by that. Thank you, Sophie Smith and Paulina and Little Jane. That's how we move up the rankings. Thank you, Mr. Bates. I gotta look at your email in more detail, Mr. Bates. Beautiful. Thank you, Martha and Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Charlie Lambert. Great to see you, sir. Great to see you, Charlie. Thank you, Sherry's and Sylvia. Look, for the folks that missed the morning live stream, my hotel is right next door in the central square here, and this is St. Sophia's Church. This is directly in front of St. Sophia's Church. Thank you, Rob. This is the most famous landmark built by the Russians. Thank you, Amuj. Good morning to you, Amuj. Thank you, Nandita. Most famous landmark here in the city of Harbin. It's time to keep it moving. Thank you, Nipa Nai. Thank you very much. Now, you see all these people dressed up over here. It's now become extremely fashionable to do cosplay here in China. And when you're here, it's very, very typical to dress up as a Russian princess. So people here are dressing up as like a Russian princess. They're coming here to take photos. Basically a European princess. Thank you, Jean Bravo. That is all the rage over here. People just want to take photos at these very, very symbolic landmarks. Hey, what up, Robin? Good morning. Good evening to you, Robin. Robin, you saw this at night in the night view. We're just doing the morning view of this, and then we're gonna get our city walk started. Thank you, Melon. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, JK, for sharing. Let's get up out of here. All right, time to go ahead and get our, thank you, Gene. Time to go ahead and get our live stream started and our city walk started. You see, there's all kinds of, look, when you guys come to a place like this here in China and you see a lot of people here in the square, you can expect people from all walks of society. There's people here selling things. Thank you, 22. And I guess thank you, Satan. My man's username is Satan. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate you, man. Good morning, Arrow. Good evening, everybody back home in America. How beautiful this looks. Shelby, so I saw Arch Manning throw some nice touchdowns today at the game. And he also ran for a very nice touchdown. I saw a little bit of highlights on TikTok. Beautiful. What up, Sue? And what up, Sheila? Hello, Vivian Hampton. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Stacy and Faulkner. Thank you, Stacy. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just making fun of you, man. Satan. B1T and Stacy, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Time to get the stream started and do our city walk. For those of you that kind of are wondering where do the people get their costumes from, typical here in China, you come over here to a place like this. Thank you, Kirby and Why Me. Thank you, Kirby, for moderating for me. Thank you, Iman. I want everybody watching to know, man, like my moderators work hard. Thank you, Daniel Clacker. Daniel, I appreciate you sending those subs in the morning. Thank you, Daniel. Consider following my moderators, man. They work really hard to keep this channel clean. Good, solid people who love the channel. Consider giving them a follow. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Yeah, so you can rent a dress here, and then there's photographers that also work here full time, so they'll take your photos. So that's why all the costumes that you see over here are actually rented. Beautiful. Thank you, Amuj and Kirby, for moderating. Thank you, Charlie and Marilyn. It's time to go ahead and get up out of here. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we do really have to hit the pavement because the place that we're going to is like 45 minutes away on the walk. So we're gonna see a lot of the city. But this is the beginning of a 3-day festival here in China called Mid-Autumn Festival. There's a lot of people here. There's gonna be a lot of people pretty much everywhere. That's why we're gonna try to go to some quiet neighborhoods and show you some slices of life. Thank you, William Babb. Try to show you guys some slices of life. And once again, that is the most symbolic St. Sophia's Church here in the city of Harbin. Thank you, Kirill. Thank you very much. Hello, Mina. Thank you guys for sharing. Let's go ahead and get the stream started. Now, Harbin is a very modern city. So unlike some of the historical places that we've been to in China, where we are in a small village or we're in a county somewhere, this is actually a very big modern city. 9.5 million people live out here. And it is one of the largest cosmopolitan centers, not only here in Northeast China, but also in all of the entire country. Now, what is Harbin known for? Harbin is known for one thing. Nowadays, it's known for travel. It is one of the hottest travel destinations anywhere in China. A lot of people come here from all over the country and from all over the world. Not as many Americans, unfortunately, but a lot of people do come here from Russia and Europe, and some Americans do make it here. I've yet to see any. Now, this is a travel city now. Harbin in the older days, as we walk down the streets here, was an industrial city. Thank you, Lena. It was a very, very industrial city. And here's a fun fact for everybody. As we take one more look at this square over here and get up out of here. Here's a little bit of a fun fact. So during the turn of the last century, this was actually known as the fashion capital of China. Why? Because when the newest fashion designs from Paris, thank you, Kristen, and London reached China, they actually stopped in Harbin first because the railroad ran into Harbin from Russia, which came from Paris, which came from London, the latest designs, and then it ran southward towards Shanghai. So Shanghai is obviously the fashion capital of China today, along with Beijing. But 100 years ago, this place right here used to be the fashion capital of China. It was very, very trendy to live here because they had access to the newest fashion designs from Europe before it reached other parts of China, thanks to the railroad the Russians built. Thank you, Cash Money. Hey, Cash Money, sir. I appreciate the subs that you sent yesterday as well. Thank you, Cash Money. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akaika. Thank you, Akaika, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. He said we finally got to meet Yao Ming. Now, there's actually a very historical building here as well, but you can see periodically here in this city, they'll do repairs, they'll do maintenance. So all this stuff, there's a lot of historical buildings over here, so it all needs to be reinforced. Thank you, Miss Terry. So let's keep it moving. Huge city. And it really comes alive during the day. Like I was saying earlier, thank you, Gene Bravo and Miss Terry. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, man, Harbin is a daytime city, meaning here in Dongbei, in Hailongjiang province, this is a part of the country where people really like to be active during the day. Reason being, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, it gets dark very, very early here. Because China only has one time zone, it gets very, very dark early. Now we're gonna explore the streets, y'all. That's what I do. This area. Go and get up out of here. We're gonna go in the opposite direction. Thank you, Jenny. No, not cold at all because it's sunny today. Look at this. Very beautiful commercial area. No, it's not cold today. Like in the 70s is perfect. Look at all the folks here. Thank you, Keicha. Thank you very much. Very busy. You see this? It was cold last night, but today is very warm. I'm only wearing a white long sleeve shirt and I feel fine. Beautiful. Somebody said nice buses. All the buses are actually electric. So, all right, time to get our city walk started. Now, we got a bit of a walk ahead of us. This is why we're starting at 10:30. We should be able to get there right around 11:15, 11:20 p.m. my time, my a.m. my time, so 11:20 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna try to get out of these commercial areas and go somewhere quiet. Okay, Cash Money. Thank you, sir. My Cash Money, thank you, sir, for the subs. Thank you, Cash. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Cash Money. If you got a free sub from Cash Money, give him a word of thank you. Really, really helpful towards keeping this channel running. Really, really helpful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cash. Appreciate you. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you very much. All right, the city of Harbin has always been a dream of mine to come here. I was explaining it in the morning streams a little bit. It's always been a dream of mine to come here because this is a very famous tourism city. Ever since I was a boy, I knew the city of Harbin had an annual ice festival, and the people here took part in a lot of snow activities. So for those of you that like to ski, that like to, do snowboarding, this is your heaven. This place is cold in the winter. They get plenty of snow. And they have some of the most beautiful ski resorts in the entire country. See, I think what's unfairly said about this country is that a lot of folks who live here, who live back home in America, they think of Japan as the premier skiing destination here in Asia. I would argue differently. Thank you, Hufflepuff. I would actually tell you that China has some of the best ski resorts in the world. In Xinjiang, China, in Northeast China, they have some of the best ski resorts anywhere in the world. But because this country is not, I don't know how to say it in a way that kind of makes sense, like in a way that's polite. But I feel like the Japanese do a much better job of marketing themselves. This is why people always think of Japan as a premier skiing destination, but they kind of ignore what's going on here in China. They have a very, very beautiful skiing scene here in China. Thank you, Stacy and Mikey. Now, I do not ski, so that's all irrelevant for me. But let's hit the pavement. Thank you, Melon and Stacy, and let's, it's the conflict politics, exactly. And let's put some miles on these shoes. Thank you for the first gift. Thank you, Big. Thank you, Snoozy and Sunsets. Thank you very much. Now, I'm gonna give you guys an idea of how far this is from my home. I live in Shenzhen. Thank you, Melon and Sunsets. Thank y'all. I live in Shenzhen. God, it looks good. That's a little Chinese version of Subway. Oh my God, that looks good. Chinese burrito over here. Thank you, Big as. Thank you, Big, for the first gift. Thank you, Linda and a Kaika. Hello, Chinese burrito over here. Look at this. Hello in Israel. Oh no, we got a Chinese Chipotle over here. It looks so good. Look at that. I ain't had breakfast, so this looks very appetizing. It's like an assembly line over here. And this is how the bread gets made over here from fresh dough. Look at that. Man, thank you, Linda. And it's cheap too. This is like only $2.20 each, 16 yuan. It's like $2.20. You can get it with like black bean soy milk over here. This is cheap. 你们有牛肉吗？有牛肉吗？哎，你好，你好，你们有牛肉吗？哎，你好，哎，你们有牛肉吗？这什么样的牛肉啊？你们是牛肚吗？是？牛肉、牛肚都有是吧？ I kind of want to get one, y'all. That look amazing. Man, thank you, Stan. Man, we need to make some ground though. We need to make up some ground. That look amazing. Man, you know what? We're gonna do the food live stream later from a Russian restaurant. So let me keep it moving. Otherwise our stream is gonna last forever today, and you guys need to go to sleep. Let's keep moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Thank you, Victoria. Now, I'm at the city of Harbin in northeast China. A very, very busy city. We are walking towards a destination that has one of the finest Russian restaurants in the entire city. And we're gonna be cutting through some neighborhoods, and we're gonna really get to see the city in its full glory. Thank you, Fally. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Cindy and Fally. Right away. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. What happened to the market that I was going to? Man, let me tell you something. I was tired last night. These freaking markets end at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what's going on with the people here in Harbin. Their markets start at 4 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. in the morning. So I don't even know what's going on with the people here. Why they gotta wake up so early? I can't get up at 4 a.m. in the morning to go to a market. So we're gonna need to wait for a day where I feel less tired and I can get up at maybe like 6 a.m. But the culture here is just different, man. People here, they get up really early in the morning to go to the markets. I like to sleep in. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Let's keep it moving. All right, so somebody asked me last night, how about these vendors on the streets? Do they need a permit? On a street like this, when you set up shop like this, looking at the folks here, this should be totally free. What they do is they just bring their goods and they sell it on the streets. This is gonna be totally free. There's gonna be fortune tellers. There's gonna be all types of trinkets being sold here. See, that one over there cures athlete's foot. Thank you, George. Great to see you. Thank you, George. Thank you very much, George. Thank you, George. There's actually a lot of good food over here. There's actually a lot of good food over here. I didn't even know this stuff was here. And we got a Muslim restaurant over here. Actually a lot of good food. You know what? I gotta keep it moving. Thank you, Ron Tonkin. Thank you. Thank you. His little James, I need my fortune told. Thank you, George. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody in Asia. Good evening, everybody in America. We are walking towards a quiet section of the city that'll take us to see much of downtown here in Harbin City. I arrived last night, so I streamed 3 hours. It's now Sunday morning for me, and it's Saturday night for you. Thank you, Bates. And we're just gonna walk. Today's just gonna be a city walk. We got 1,000 shares already, thanks to JK. Thank you, Hannah Lynn. I appreciate it. We are going to the Tiger Park, but not today, because today is a holiday, and there's gonna be way too many people there. And there's gonna be way too many people there. And today is a holiday. And there's gonna be way too many people there. And tomorrow is also a holiday. If you're not big Fally, you're gonna see a lot of people. So we're gonna keep it moving. Thank you, Fally and Big. Oh my God, man! So many memories of my childhood over here. 我先看一下，香啊！哎呀 ，Thank you, George. Thank you, George. 因为我现在在直播呢，所以我先看一下，Thank you, George, for sending the subs. Thank you. It's Mid-Autumn Festival right now, so there's a lot of people. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Dream Inc. Thank you, George. This city is vibrant, y'all. Look at this. Thank you, Dreaming, and thank you, George, for sending the subs. When I was a kid, you used to be able to buy one of those sweet potatoes that are baked fresh for like 25, 26 cents, 2 yuan. With inflation in the last 20, 25 years, it's now like $1.20 to get one. So still not bad. But I remember I used to eat those all the time on the way back from school. I used to have a couple yuan in my pockets. That's what I would eat every single day. A lot of activity going on in this city. Thank you, Sherish and Innkeeper, HB. I know it. I'm telling you guys, this city, when I come to Northeast China, let me kind of explain it this way. When I am in Northeast China, this is, for the last couple of weeks, reminded me of New York City. It's reminded me of Chicago. It's reminded me of so many different parts of America, for the precise reason that they seem to have a lot of street-facing buildings. Meaning like when I'm in Shenzhen, a lot of the street-facing buildings are commercial style buildings. But here in Northeast China, everything faces the street. This reminds me a lot of like the different neighborhoods in the New York 5 boroughs. In Chicago, this is like a Bridgeport, this is like a Pilsen. So like more so than anything, like this place has really reminded me of back home in the States. Now, for the folks who are just coming in, we are walking to a quiet neighborhood. We're walking through Harbin on this beautiful Sunday morning. No more rain. Thank you, William. Thank you guys for sharing the live stream. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep going. Thank you, Hap and Williams. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a very nice day. And also, this is you know, until we come back here for the Ice Festival, this is the last couple of weeks that we can actually be here. And it's about to get bitterly cold. My lips are already hurting. Thank you, Snorlax and Petunia. Thank you so much. Oh, Terry is here. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Ms. Layden. Yes, I'm from the state of North Carolina. I stream in China every single day. Man, Robin, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, I gotta get some chapstick. Thank you, Jane. This place is beautiful, man. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Chloe and Steven. Thank you, George. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's keep walking down the streets. Thank you, Pam. Great to see everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good day watching college football. Thank you, Pam and Kels. And now settled into bed, in the couch. Came back from a night out and get ready to swipe on some TikTok. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Great to see everybody. All things anew, Gene. Thank you. I'm telling you guys, this reminds me of a lot of American cities. It reminds me of a lot of American cities because of the Western influence on their buildings and the fact that a lot of this stuff is dated. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. Look at this. Like, look at that one right there. Very, very different. Please follow the channel. And share this live stream like Raisha, JK are doing. We got over 1,000 shares already. Now, I will tell you this, man. You know, Harbin, like much of northern China, is a very blue-collar city. Let me kind of expand on that subject a little bit more. What do I mean by this, a very blue-collar city? Well, number one, they have a fantastic tourism industry going for them. But the people that live here in Northeast China are not known for being business people like the Jiangsu or the Zhejiang or the Cantonese people in Guangdong. So this used to be, and still remains to this day to a certain extent, a very, very large industrial base. Thank you, Mo Green. Thank you, Mo, for extending your sub. For a Kaika and Little Jane, thank you. It's known as like a breadbasket industrial area here in China. So what I mean by that is like when you look at pockets of different Chinese regions, when you walk in these types of cities, you have to remember, man, this is a part of China that was responsible for so much of the country's industrialization in the immediate decades after 1949, when New China was founded. Now, this city has transformed itself into a tourism city, but the rest of Manchuria has not shed its label as a breadbasket, farm, rice, agricultural product producing area of the country. This is very, very similar to the Kansas, to the Iowas of America. Right? The fields as far as the eye can see. Now, the commercial areas where all the trade with the United States, with the EU, with ASEAN, all those countries, that typically doesn't originate from this part of the country. So let me say that again, because China is not a net exporter of farm products. China is a net importer of farm products because it's got over 1.4 billion people. So what's going to happen is that China is going to import agricultural products from Brazil, from the United States, from all over the world in order to feed its people, in addition to what is being grown here. So this is why not much of what's going to happen in this part of China in the north, thank you, Nate, is going to end up in America, or it's going to end up in Europe. That's what the Shanghai, the Shenzhen, the Guangzhou, the Guangdong area, the Zhejiang area, the Jiangsu area, that's what it's known for. That's why when you look at the people here, I always say, man, these people here, you know what I'm saying, they're not exactly this is not what I would call a very vibrant international trading area. Thank you, Maritz, if that makes sense. Thank you, Michael and Martha, if that makes sense to y'all. So the people here, this is also why the income here lags behind other coastal area. Thank you, Slaw and Maritz, because the folks here on an average income of right around $560 a month, they don't depend on trade in order to make a living. And that's really where the money is now. You think about, I'm going to kind of explain this as we walk down the street over here. China's economy really in the last 20, 30 years has been driven by three things. All right? The Chinese economy, three main drivers of growth in the last 20 to 30 years. Three main areas of growth. Number one, real estate. Housing. Everything related to housing, building houses, building apartments, all the supporting industries for houses. Thank you, Michael and Truck. Thank you very much. Everything related to real estate is a huge growth driver for the last 20 to 30 years. Another one, public infrastructure, subways, high-speed trains, airports. Those are the growth drivers of China's economy in the last 20 to 30 years. This area here is known, this entire northeast area here in China is known for farming and also known for heavy industry, none of which are very directly related to the three things that I just mentioned, except maybe heavy industry. Okay, so this is why the city that we're in right now is so successful, is because it's rebranded itself as a tourism city. Otherwise, it would have the same fate as a lot of other cities here in northeast China, which is a slow and steady population decline. All right, so this area here is actually very, very vibrant because of its tourism. Otherwise, people wouldn't be coming here nearly as much. Does that make sense, everyone? Let me check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. Does that make sense, everybody, what I'm saying? Thank you, Tammy. Time right now, 11:13 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, Farmer's Feet and Tammy. Does what I'm saying make sense? Yeah? Thank you, Tammy, and all things. It's like, you have to understand, the Chinese cities here are what I would call, they're all, look, when you think of all the Chinese cities here in China, okay, it's become very obvious that right now there is a competition between Chinese cities for people, especially for young people, young college graduates. And when you are at a place like this here in northeast China, you're at a natural disadvantage because young people don't want to come here. Thank you, Tammy, for extending your subscription, and thank you, Akaika. It's bitterly cold in the winter. People don't want to come here because there aren't as many job opportunities. Alibaba isn't here. Tencent isn't here. Huawei isn't here. All the big Chinese companies barely have a presence here. So you have a hard time retaining college graduates. So how do you get people to come to this part of the country, right? How do you give them employment opportunities? Thank you, GTAC and Taika and Pepper. Thank you so much. So this is why in China right now, there's a lot of cities, if you are a young college graduate, thank you Pepper and Michael, they will actually give you cash. They will give you rent assistance. They'll give you relocation assistance. They'll give you a hukou, a housing, a local registration, basically a way to live there locally and receive public benefits, just to attract young people. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Cody and The Real. Essentially, what I'm saying right now is very simple. What you're looking at here in this city, thank you, Tammy and The Real Shallow, represents the best of Northeast China. This city right here, along with Shenyang, represent the best of Northeast China in what's otherwise a region that is bleeding people. They're losing people. They're losing people to southern China. People are moving south. This right here, this city that we're about to be in for the next few days, represents the best of Northeast China, the most vibrant, the wealthiest, the most tourists. This is the absolute best. So, and this is also the capital city of Hailongjiang province. So let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream, man. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. Let's go make a left turn over here. Let's keep moving. We need to make a left turn. And also today we're going to a Russian restaurant. Thank you, Ash and Cindy. Hello, Lexi. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. We got started about 30 minutes ago. We're walking to our destination now. Thank you, Cindy and Jean Bravo. Y'all helped me pass the time. It's about a 45-minute walk. You've already walked like 25 minutes of it. So we should be halfway there. Thank you, Jean Bravo. Let's keep moving. All right, what did everybody do today? Switch to talk from history for a second. What did everybody do today on this beautiful Saturday? Hopefully it was beautiful where you are. What did everybody do today? Chill, work, watch college football, do nothing. Thank you, Pure Vela. Stay inside. You saw your mom. That's good. You had a garage sale. Butters, I'm going to answer that question in a second. LBJ just chilled. Thank you, Ash and Pure Vela just chilled. Lee, chilling is always good. I like chilling. Install the ceiling, football, do nothing. It's good. Cook. Everything y'all are describing is what I would like to be doing. Thank you, Ash. I like to chill. Very envious. Ask me, how far is this place from southern China where I live? Far. 4-hour plane ride. Thank you, Pepper. So this should give you an idea of how much ground we've covered the last 70 days streaming on the road. We are now a 4-hour plane ride, not a 4-hour train ride, a 4-hour plane ride from where we began in southern China. 4 hours on the plane. Thank you, Ash and Pepper. Thank you, Pepper, in Manila. 4 hours plane ride from southern China. That's why I never made it here before. It's far, it's expensive to fly here. Just never, just never did it. Just wait and make a right. Thank you, Akaika, Raiko. Thank you. See, look. See what Amu just said over here? 37 million people. If you guys remember when I was streaming, what these people are doing over here. Look at this over here. What these people doing over here. That's why I crossed the street, by the way. Look at this. What they doing over here? Thank you, Michael and Moni. See what's right here? Oh, they cooking. Oh, they're cooking buns. Look at that. Thank you, Michael and Sonny. Thank you. All right, you see, Amu just posted a comment that there's 37 million. There are 37 million people that live here in this city. All right, 27 million people in the last province that we were in, Jilin province. That's not good. It seems like a lot, but it's not good. The city of Beijing is like 30 million people. And this entire province only has 37 million people. Thank you, Blackpink and Sheila. This is a very, very sparsely populated part of the country. Not a lot of people live here at all. If you add up the 3 provinces here in northeast China together, they're probably just over 100 million people, if that. Think about that. 3 provinces, only 100 million people. The province of Guangdong has 100 million people. Shandong has over 100 million people. Henan province, 100 million people. Thank you, Liu Bei. Thank you so much. There just isn't that much people here. You know, this is a very sparsely populated part of the country. So this is why they are falling behind the rest of the country when it comes to economic development. You think about it, 37 million people live in this province. 10 of them live in this city alone. And the rest of the 27 are scattered throughout the country. Just not a lot of people. In your town, 20,000. Well, in this city, 10 million. It gets so cold over here, people just don't really want to live here. I don't want to live here, man, in the winter time. It's way too cold. But it is a very beautiful city, though. Your town is 300. You got pretty good internet. You using Starlink? Look at this. Beautiful. Very beautiful city. Blue skies, great air quality. Yeah, lots of people from LA, man. Lee, LBJ is from LA. Beautiful. All right, let's keep it moving. Thank you, Liu Bei. We'll make a right. Let's keep going. See, usually before when I was streaming, I would take a cab to the destination and start there. But nowadays, man, I just like to walk down the street with you guys and just take it easy and just chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer as worried about my destination as I was before. I just like to chill and walk down the street nowadays. A lot less pressure. Just chilling, just vibing. You know, I used to be like, we gotta go. We gotta hit here, we gotta hit there. Now I'm just like much more relaxed. Because I appreciate you guys watching and just taking it in regardless of where we are. But we'll be there. We'll be there very soon. There's a lot of construction going on in this city, by the way, which is a good sign. It means that this city is very, very built up. A lot of economic activity. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. Shayna, I'm so much happier nowadays. You should pin that comment, Shayna. You should pin your own comment. I'm sorry for bumping your comment, Kirby. But Shayna, you should pin that comment. I'm so much happier nowadays. You know, let me explain to you guys. I kind of figured out why I'm happier. I just realized, man, like I like being on my own on the road. You know, where you only worry about your own schedule. You don't have to, you know, worry about other people. I'm just happier, man. I'm in a great mood. I'm just vibing. I think it reverberates through the screen. You know, I'm just like genuinely, sincerely happy. We do a lot of live streams now that we, you know, really didn't do as much before. We do a lot more food shows. That's because I'm just happy. I got a lot more to say. I feel very good. So let's keep moving. Please tap on the screen and share this live stream. Let's keep going. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. Yeah, of course, Anna. Of course, I'll be safe. Let's keep it moving. Huge apartment building, man. Thank you, G-Tag. The city's built up. So James, I've been to Wuhan twice. We're gonna go and stream from the city of Wuhan. I don't know when, but we'll be going to Wuhan. There's just too many places in China that we need to go. And thank you, Trina, for extending your sub. Thank you so much. So we'll be going to Wuhan for sure. But you have to remember that Wuhan is a very hot city in the summer. So I wasn't gonna go in the summertime, and yet it gets bitterly cold in the winter. So we'll see if we have some time in the fall. Otherwise, it'll wait till the spring. Maybe during Sakura season, the cherry festival, the cherry blossom festival. Thank you, Michael. Hello, Jane. Hold on one second. Thank you, Olivia and Martha. Thank you. Hello, Israel. What up? Yes, man. I just like to walk down the streets here in China. You know, that's why we do this. Thank you, B team. I just like to walk down the streets in China and just talk to y'all. Although today is probably the longest walk I planned, just getting to the destination. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. Let me walk a little bit faster. Thank you, Storm and Michael. Man, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Shayna. Y'all keep me company. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all also keep me safe, by the way. See, somebody who tries to come up here and do something to me. We got over 1,000 people watching as my witnesses. Thank you, Kick Ass. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep me safe. Thank you, Vicey and Kick Ass. Y'all keep me safe as well as I'm traveling in China. Y'all really just my travel buddies. Thank you, Lainey and Liz. Thank you. Good morning. Good evening, Liz. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Debbie. All right, I think we should be about 20 minutes. I know I just said that earlier, but I think we should be about 20 minutes away from our destination. What do you guys think so far? Y'all think this is a livable city for y'all? Thank you, All Things. Y'all think this is a livable city? Would y'all live here? Thank you, B Team. What y'all think? Livable city? Yeah? Hold on one second. Thank you, B Team. Here we go. This way right here. I'll tell you another thing that I've noticed about the people in this city. They all speak perfect Mandarin. You're also at a part of the country where their language skills is what I call standard Mandarin. Many parts of China, when you go to different parts of China, you have a hard time understanding the local dialect. Thank you, Elijah and Michael. Thank you so much. They could be talking about your mama and you don't even know what they're saying. There's a lot of parts of China where the dialect is very different from Mandarin Chinese. However, here in the northeast China, their local dialect is Mandarin. Thank you, Donna and Don't Take and Purevella. Their local dialect is Mandarin. So you don't have any difficulties communicating with the locals when you're here in northeast China. Now, actually, you know what? Let me talk a little bit further about what this region is known for. Thank you, Toma and Purevella and Jolo. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hope y'all had a great Saturday. This place is known, Jolo and Don't Take. Thank you. This entire region, this entire northeast China, I think I mentioned it before, is known for producing great athletes. Don't ask me why, but some of the biggest, thank you, Liz and Debbie, some of the biggest Olympic stars are from the northeast Manchuria area of China. Some of the biggest Olympians, some of the biggest successful athletes, they're all from this part of the country, okay? And also they're known for slapstick comedy. So in China, what's different about the slapstick comedy here is that if you look like Dave Chappelle, George Carlin, in America, our comedy is driven by one person. It's called stand-up comedy. Here in China, slapstick comedy is two people. And this is the area of China where the slapstick comedy is very, very famous. So the people here are very good entertainers, they're very good musicians, they're very good athletes. A very, very interesting part of the country, man. There's a lot of art and culture here. Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much. Let's keep it moving, man. Follow the channel and share this live stream. Keep it moving. Thank you, All Things. Thank you, Snoozy. Thank you, Don't Take. Y'all see this right here? Let me show y'all something right here. Check this out. Look at this. Look at the roads over here. Not so nice, right? Y'all see that? Very symptomatic of what I saw in Chicago as well. Whenever you're in a colder part of the country, like where you are now, the roads, look at this, not as nice, right? Not as nice as what you see, because of just like New York City, just like Chicago. Now, some parts of the roads aren't very nice, but for the most part, thank you, Michael and Amor Lindo. If you look at the roads, still in pretty good shape. Now, you got to remember, this place gets blanketed in snow. So the fact that they're able to keep the roads in this condition is already pretty good. Thank you, Plant Groove and Amor Lindo. Pretty good. Weather takes a toll. I know it's cold here. Well, another very interesting thing about China. Listen to me on this one. Another very interesting thing. And the Chinese people can answer this question. So, from what I understand, there's a lot of different regions of China that when it snows really hard, they don't actually spray salt on the ground like we do in America. They plow, but they don't use as much salt as we do back home in the States. I don't live in a snow city. Shenzhen is warm in the winter, so I don't know the answers to that. The Chinese people can tell me if that's true or not. Hit the follow button and share this live stream. Thank you, Frankie. Good night, King Peace. All right. This made me a little bit tired walking up here. All right. Thank you, all things. Go this way. All right. Keep going. This is the part of the walk. Dylan, we walk into the Russian restaurant. This is the part of the walk where, I'm happy to take any questions from you guys. Thank you, Snoozy. We're going at a very slow pace. I'm happy to take any questions from y'all about this part of China, about China in general. That's what we do to try to keep the channel going, to try to keep the live stream interesting. I'm happy to take any questions from you guys. So hit me up with questions. Hit me up with questions. My moderators can pin them. Let me know. This is school right here. School right here. School right here. Hit me up with questions. Hit me up with questions. My moderators can pin them. Let me know. This is school right here. That's a good question. So we're not too far from Inner Mongolia. Inner Mongolia is a province here in China. There's also a separate country called Mongolia that is a buffer between China and Russia. It sits between China and Russia. It's a landlocked country. Now, Mongolia used to be a part of China, but before the Japanese invasion in 1937, Mongolia was actually carved out as a separate country. So I'm gonna say that again. The current country of Mongolia today, which is very, very close to where we are, used to actually be a part of China, except it's been carved out and now it's a separate country. But there's a part in China called Inner Mongolia, which might be our next destination. That is a Chinese province. Follow the channel and share this live stream, y'all. Is the sound lagging? Is the sound lagging? Thank you, Anne, for the first gift. Is the sound lagging at all? No? No, we good? All right, let's keep moving. Just telling y'all, man, there's so many things over here. Just look freaking deserted. You know, sound is good. All right, let's keep moving. I'm out of sync. No good. Are we lagging? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I'm actually very close to Russia now. I'm getting further from North Korea. I'm about 5 or 6 hours, 6-7 hours away from North Korea now, but I'm getting very close to Russia. The sound is lagging. I might have to restart. Try to go to the next live stream and come right back. Okay? Okay. All right. Dude, I'm telling you guys, man, this place reminds me of Shaw City. This place reminds me of Chicago, man. Look at this. This does not look like China at all. Look at this. This is freaking gorgeous. It looks like my old high school in Chicago. Except it's white. Look at this. Good. I should be back. I should be at the Russian restaurant by 1 p.m. But I gotta do a little bit of city walking first before we go eat. Oh, also, there's another thing. Thank you, Emily Wood and Mikey. There's another thing that this city is known for. Massages. Thank you, Stacy and Brandy. The hearts help us move up the rankings. Thank you, Emily Wood. The city is known for massages. Not the weird kind, but the actual types of massages. They're known for something called a full body scrub, where they're gonna scrub you. Thank you, Evan and Stacy. That's what the city is also very famous for. They have some of the best bathhouses in all of China. So you think about Turkish bathhouses in America. Thank you, Robin and Sandy. Thank you so much, everyone. Ni hao ma. Thank you, Robin. Here in Northeast China, they're very famous as being some of the best bathhouses in all of China. They give you a complete scrub from head to toe, take away all the dead skin, and you'll come out feeling your fresh skin is smooth like a baby. We might get one. I don't think I could stream it, but that's what this place is known for. Very, very famous for their bath culture here. We're still lagging. The sound is still lagging. Not the weird kind, nope. The sound is still lagging. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Emily Wood. Christopher, what's the question about the cemetery? If we're still Christopher, what's the question about the cemetery? If we're still lagging, go to the next live stream and come rest. Thank you, Kaika. Hold on. Went the wrong way. Thank you, Yehoshua and Tar Heel Babe. Thank you very much. Hold on 1 second. Let me figure out my directions. Hold on 1 second. We good? Are we still lagging? Oh, Doc. I see your question. Okay. All right, I'm gonna answer your question. So, here in China, historically speaking, people practice burials in the ground. That's actually where I needed to go. Now, the problem is, there's so many people living here in China. If you buried everyone, this country will run out of land, right? For 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years of Chinese civilization, the people here in China, when they passed away, it was always a burial. But now the Chinese Communist Party encourages, I would say they encourage you to not do that. Okay, some people still do it, but not nearly as much as before. Mostly cremation nowadays. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, man. I don't want anybody in my family passing away, so I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't really want to have to deal with that for a long time to come. So I just know that you're not gonna see many of them here in the city because land is very valuable. Very, very valuable land in the city. In the countryside, a lot of times when we do a walk in the countryside, the cemeteries will be in the hills. All right, but what's different about what happens in the States, I blew past it. Blew past it. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Thank you. Why you gal? Across the street over here. Yeah, hit that follow button, y'all. Please hit that follow button. I'm a little bit lost. Go this way. All right, keep going. I think I'm going the right way and just make a left. All right. Keep going. Yeah, please follow the channel. Share this live stream. Thank you, Just Kirby. Thank you, Sunny E. All right. Hit me up with some more questions as we keep the live stream interesting, walking to our first destination. Keep the questions coming. Hit me up with your questions. Let's keep it moving. Now, rent prices here in this city is going to be higher, meaning because this is one of the wealthier cities, not only in Northeast China, but in all of the North, and because there's so many tourists that come here, just like my hotel room last night was a little bit more expensive, the rent here is also going to be more expensive. But for, let's say, $500 a month here in Harbin, you can get a very nice apartment to live in. Very, very nice apartment. If you come here in the winter time, it'll actually cost you more. The reason being, winter is their peak tourist season for the ice festival. So that's the opposite of what you see elsewhere in Dongbei. All right, so any other place in Dongbei, in the winter time, the rent would actually be cheaper. But here in the city of Harbin, the rent will be more expensive in the winter because this entire city is going to be flooded with people starting in late December. But for $500 a month, you can get a very, very decent apartment here. Housing price here, it's going to be more expensive than Changchun and probably right along the lines of where Shenyang, the capital city of Liaoning, they are the capital of Liaoning province. So you could probably rent an apartment in one of these older buildings for $300, $250 a month. But in a nicer building like that one up there, I think it'll cost you $500 a month in rent. If you wanted to buy an apartment here, I think you got to prepare at least $200,000, $250,000 for an apartment. Now, notice I use the word apartments. There are no individual houses, very, very few individual houses for sale in any of these neighborhoods. So, yeah, the housing price is going to be more expensive here. Yes, Vin, there's a lot of American restaurants here in China, mostly McDonald's, mostly KFC. They're called Western food. But here's the toughest question I have for you. What exactly is American food? Right? Italian food is Italian food. Mexican food is Mexican food. What exactly is American food? If you call American food a steakhouse, they have a lot of those here in China. What exactly is American food? and burgers and hot dogs, right? So you're not gonna go to a restaurant just to eat hot dogs. You can't build a restaurant around hot dogs, right? More like a ballpark type of food. So this is why there's really no such thing as just an American restaurant, because that's what KFC and McDonald's are, right? There's like steak houses, there's Italian pasta, there's pizza, cornbread, ham sandwich. Yeah, there's gonna be no restaurant here that specializes in ham sandwich. I'll tell you that. Let's keep moving. The neighborhood over here. Lots of houses for rent and for sale. Look at that. You see every single house that has a number on it, the phone number on it. That means it's either for sale or for rent. You see that? One over here, 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 and then one up there. So lots of homes for rent and for sale in these older neighborhoods. People try to upgrade to a home. Homes for rent and for sale in these older neighborhoods. People try to upgrade to a home. China, is there a such thing as the Chinese dream? There's actually a very much something called the Chinese dream, man. They are promoting it big time. Look, I'm gonna call a spade, man. Listen to me. The two countries, China and the United States, are the two largest nations in the world, all right, and the two most influential. So everything that you have in America, they're gonna have a Chinese version of it. If there's something called the American dream, they're gonna have a Chinese dream here as well. But I think you guys saw it 2-3 nights ago, and I meant it when I said this. 3 nights ago when I first arrived in the city of Changchun in Jilin, we were walking around late at night, and I told you guys this. I just feel like nowadays, now don't get mad if I say this, okay? Don't get upset at me if I say this, all right? So don't get judgmental. I just feel like nowadays it's a lot harder to move into a higher socioeconomic class than our parents' generation. Okay, so let me kind of explain to you guys, man. Like, cause I'm at liberty to say this because I'm an American. I have, you know, I could say things that I think I could be a little bit more open with you guys. I think it's a lot harder nowadays to move across, and people, I never heard anybody that says, I want to move to a lower socioeconomic class. I ain't never met nobody that said that. It's a lot harder, in my opinion, nowadays to move higher. So for example, if you were born in the middle class and you want to move into the upper middle class, I just feel like it's a lot harder. And you guys have to understand a few things about this country that's different from America. If you look at the last 5 years, there's a lot of young people, a lot of different segments of the population back home in America that became wealthy using a couple of ways. Let me explain to you. 3 ways. Let me explain. Number 1, Bitcoin, crypto. Thank you, all things. Crypto has created a lot of wealth for a lot of people back home in America. That's number 1. A lot of people suddenly became wealthy, suddenly came across a lot of money thanks to crypto. Okay? But crypto is banned here in China. So even though some people can get around it, most people cannot access cryptocurrency products here in China because it's banned. The Chinese government doesn't allow any type of crypto. There's no Bitcoin allowed, there's no Dogecoin, they don't allow it. So that's out of the window, right? Another way a lot of folks back home in America have built wealth is through the stock market, okay? Through the stock market, a lot of people have done very, very well for themselves in the last 5 years. The stock market here in China hasn't done well in the last 5 years. So that's number 2. Number 3, a lot of people became wealthy the last few years thanks to real estate. So if they already owned a home, their real estate prices skyrocketed in the last 5 years thanks to COVID and all the money printing. Thank you, Rel. the real estate market here in the last 3 years has not done well. So to answer your question, man, I just feel like, you know, this is a very large country. It's a very wealthy country, but a lot of the things that are what I would call that's available back home in America isn't available to as many young people here today, and for good reason, because this is a socialism country with Chinese characteristics. So they're not going to allow Bitcoin, they're not going to allow Dogecoin, right? But that is a way where a lot of young people have built wealth in the last few years, right? But they don't do that here. So all that is to say, like, this is a country that has a lot of people, it's got a lot of competition, a lot of college graduates competing for the same jobs. See, y'all see what just happened? Y'all see what just happened? Almost a car accident just happened. I see this right here. Thank you, Dave. See, that's what happens when you don't have any street lights. You see this right here? That's what happens when you don't have any street lights and you don't yield and you just go without looking. This dude almost got into a car accident. There's no street light over here. People just go. You know, follow the channel and share this live stream. Let me continue on and say what I needed to say. So the Chinese dream is very much a real thing. Thank you, all things. The Chinese dream has always been a concept that's been promoted, but really in the last 12 years, since President Xi came into power in 2012, the whole idea of the Chinese dream has been promoted big time. The Chinese dream is very simple, man. The Chinese dream is the ability to live a good life, have access to health care, and give your kids a better future than the one that you had. Give your kids a better life than the one that you had. It's not dissimilar. It's probably exactly the same as the American dream, except it's called the Chinese dream. All right, and I haven't read the book on Chinese dreams. I don't know exactly what the definition is, but I'm pretty sure it's basically the same thing as the American dream, which is the pursuit of a better life than the one that your parents had. So all that is to say, look, if you are an American or if you're a Chinese, if you're one of two people, if you're a Chinese or you're an American, and you were born a Chinese or you were born American, you are already ahead of so many other areas in the world. You should count your blessings. However, I will tell you, because I always speak very honestly here on the streams, I just think that no matter if you're in the United States or no matter if you're in China, it's a lot harder to move into a higher socioeconomic class nowadays compared to my father's generation. I think that's just a very, very ugly truth. I just feel like a lot of this, and also this isn't a sentiment that's shared by a lot of people in the United States and China as well, but I just think, how do I say this in a polite way, man? It's like, it doesn't help, by the way, there's this, doesn't help. There's this freaking loudspeaker in my head over here, just blasting. A man over here trying to sell watermelon over here, just blasting this loudspeaker down the street. You see this dude right here? Look at this dude right here. Look at dude right here. Look, everywhere I go, he goes. Everywhere I go, he goes. I stop here, he stops here. Look. Everywhere I go, he goes. It's like a neighborhood ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving, y'all. All right, anyway. Thank you, all things. Look, he just stopped. Look, he just stopped. I see that right there. He just stopped. Get away from him. I gotta get away from him. Man, look, now I'm moving, now he moving again. Thank you, user and V. Let's just wait for the guy to go. Let's just wait for a second, okay? Thank you, user. Thank you, Dakota. Now let me explain this to you guys, man. I just feel like all right, I'm gonna be brutally honest with this answer, okay? I'm gonna be brutally honest with this answer. I feel like I want to be politically correct with my answer here, okay? Thank you, Amor Lindo. How do I say this? Like, I want to be politically correct with my answer a little bit.